here we go. So, so the particle is moving along the parabola in the first quadrant. We're told that it is moving in such a way that the x-coordinate is increasing at a constant rate of 10 meters per second. So, since that is x, what we're being told is dx dt is 10 meters per second. It would like to know at what rate is the angle of inclination. And the angle of inclination is that angle theta. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need an equation that ties together x and theta. Well, let me see. This distance here is x. This distance here is x squared. On that right triangle, I've got an adjacent side and an opposite side. I think we're back to tangent again. I'm going to say that the tangent of theta is equal to the opposite side divided by the adjacent side, which means that the tangent of theta is equal to x. Remember, we'll do the derivative, then we'll do the plug and chug. So the derivative of tangent theta with respect to t is going to be secant squared theta d theta dt.
Derek Hoffner, would you please go back to room 211? Derek Hoffner, please go back.
And the derivative of x with respect to t is going to be d.
So 10 equals that. So are we plug and chug?
So what?
10 equals the xt, so you can plug it.
Right, so I can plug the 10 in where the dx dt is. Okay, I need the angle. We want to find how is the angle changing when x is equal to 3, I think. All right, that's our question. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to go back over here. We're going to need to find out what theta that is. So tangent of theta is equal to 3 squared, well, is equal to 3. So tangent, or theta is equal to the inverse tangent of 3. Not one of the ones I memorized. So inverse tangent of 3 is, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to be tricky here. The inverse tangent of 3 is equal to the inverse tangent of 3. So I'm going to put over here secant squared of the inverse tangent of 3. Or that d theta dt is equal to 10 divided by secant squared of the inverse tangent of 3. I have a number here. It's a long decimal number. Now, can I clean that up before I go to the calculator step? And the answer is if I'm dividing by secant, it's the equivalent of multiplying by cosine. So the cosine squared of the inverse tangent of 3. Now, when I go to the calculator, I'm going to put in 10 times cosine of inverse tangent of 3, close that parenthesis, close that parenthesis, close that parenthesis, and square it. That's how I'm going to get to the calculator step. Well, that's what I'm going to put in the calculator. 10 paren cosine paren inverse tangent paren 3, close first paren, close second paren, close third paren, and square it. And oh my goodness, I get 1. And that is going to be in radians per second. You know what? I bet you I could have done that without using the calculator.
Yep.
I bet you I could have gone like this and said, okay, I've got a triangle that's got a value of 3 here and a value of 9 there, and that means that the hypotenuse is going to be 3 squared, the hypotenuse is going to be the square root of 3 squared plus 9 squared, which is equal to the square root of 27 plus 81, which is equal to
3 9 plus 81. So root 9.
Because you have 3 squared.
Yes, 3
Oh
squared.
yeah,
3 cubed.
I got 3 cubed, which is equal to the square root of 90. So this is the angle that gives me that tangent. What is the cosine of that?
3 over root 90.
3 over root 90. So if it would have looked like 10 times the,
Well, that's okay. We can just go to the next one.
yeah, it would be 3 over root 90 squared, which is 10 times 9 times over 90. That 10 balances out with that 9, those 9s cancel. Yeah, I could have done it without the calculator. But either by hook or crook, we got there.
That's why we got calculus.
Let's make things hard.
Okay, so anyway, there's 25.
When you have a chapter 2 and 3 test, you could pass my way. I take them. I never got them.
I attached them to the emails.
I don't know if I didn't. Maybe it didn't.
Did you never get my return emails, or were there not the
I only
attachments?
got one that said I'll send them from home. So I don't know.
That is really.
Maybe it didn't go through, or maybe it got deleted accidentally somehow. So
I-
if you
I-
have like a paper copy, even you could just
Yeah.
stuff it in my box if you trust that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, thanks. I won't be seeing you. This is like my only spare minute.
Okay, hold on.
I have a 45-minute lunch or whatever it is.
Here's 3 right now.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right,
Have a great day.
Okay,
Have a good
bye.
Thanksgiving.
you too. I had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Nice
All right.
to meet you. Bye.
There's so much in the habit of saying you too.
Yep.